Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live VIPIR 6 in partnership with AECom, built to deliver a better world.
Good morning and thanks for watching. Time now 6:45. We'll start things off with a live look in from the Jiffy Lube Skyview Network camera from Augusta Regional Airport and Bush Field, finding a mostly cloudy sky and also some light rain out of the airport. As far as the rain chances for the next 3 days, pretty decent today at 60%, down to a 50% chance on Tuesday and just a few showers early on Wednesday. And we could certainly use the rainfall every drop we can get. Our rainfall deficit on the year close to 5 inches below average, with the chance for rain this afternoon and then during the overnight hours for tonight. We do pose a severe weather risk as far as severe thunderstorms. The yellow indicating a slight risk for severe thunderstorms across McDuffie, as well as Burke County, Jefferson County, and those counties to the west and south of Jefferson County. And the Carolina counties under a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms as we head towards Edgefield, Aiken, Barnwell, including portions of Richmond, as well as Columbia County. So for the marginal category, just a few isolated thunderstorms are possible. And in the slight category, scattered severe storms are possible. Any severe thunderstorm we see as we head towards the afternoon will have the potential to have wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or greater, some large size hail, 1-inch diameter or larger, and also the possibility of a few short-lived isolated tornadoes. So be aware of that later on this afternoon and tonight. So don't forget, make sure you have downloaded our WJBF Live VIPIR 6 weather app. It is absolutely free, and you can track the storms just like we do and also stay up to date on any severe weather information that should come through this afternoon and tonight. Currently across the viewing area, 55 degrees in Washington, as well as Evans, 52 in Aiken, 55 in Allendale, and 57 degrees right now in Millen. As far as the VIPIR, picking up on some light rain, mainly around Richmond, Aiken County, Barnwell, Allendale, and also Screven County, even Bamberg, seeing a few light showers, but some more moderate rain across northern Columbia County with some pockets of heavy rain around Edgefield, Lincoln, as well as McCormick counties, but we're not picking up any lightning strikes currently. We are picking up numerous lightning strikes across the Georgia and South Carolina coastline, as well as southern Georgia and northern Florida. Also northern Florida seeing a few isolated severe thunderstorm warnings early this morning. And we're seeing our second round of severe weather take hold across portions of the Midwest. As we hit throughout the afternoon today, first of all, by 8 o'clock this morning, a mostly cloudy sky, some light rain. As we head towards 1 o'clock this afternoon, a few scattered showers. The warm front then lifts to our north. We'll see a better opportunity for some scattered severe thunderstorms possibly as we head towards the afternoon. Then our second round really comes in later on tonight during the overnight hours as early as around 3 a.m. Cold front will be on our doorstep. As that cold front moves through, some pretty strong gusty winds, and it could cause a little bit of some rotation inside any one of these thunderstorms, which could lead to a brief spin-up tornado. As we head throughout the day on Tuesday, a mostly cloudy sky, small chance for a few showers, but a better chance for rain across the coastal sections of Georgia as well as South Carolina. Early on Wednesday morning, a mostly cloudy sky and a small chance for a few light showers early, then becoming breezy and clear as we head towards the afternoon. Your forecast coming up for today, cloudy with rain and storms, and a few of those storms could be severe with a high of 70. Later on tonight, rain with storms, some strong to severe as well, with morning lows down to 57. WJBF Live VIPIR 7-day forecast for Tuesday. Spring arrives at 12:15 in the afternoon. We'll see a mostly cloudy sky, warmer at 77. The first full day of spring is on Wednesday. It'll be much cooler, highs of 62 with a few showers early in the morning, then dry and breezy as we head towards the afternoon. Thursday and Friday, back to sunshine. Afternoon highs around the low to middle 60s. Then get ready for a beautiful weekend. Saturday, partly cloudy, dry, 71. Sunday looking spectacular with sunshine and 74 degrees.